This is Saturday Morning Mysteries.
And we're your hosts, Alexis and Grace.
Hello, good morning, and welcome back to another episode of Saturday Morning Mysteries. We are your hosts. I'm Grace.
And I'm Alexis.
And Alexis is bringing us another cough drop, another episode.
Keep talking.
Archie's Weird Mysteries. I gotta fill time until she finishes her little throat lozenge. And we're continuing our very silly, very weird arc of Archie's Weird Mysteries. I don't know where this episode's going to go today. My first one took us in all types of weird directions.
Really did.
Delicious directions, if you will. So, I don't know. I'm just going to pass it over to you. I don't know what to expect.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to follow up our first ever tater talk. Yep. Like what can one do or say, or what episode can one cover? But basically, and again, bear with me, guys. I do have a cough drop in my mouth right now. It's almost gone, but these first few minutes of me talking might be paused by not choking or attempting not choke.
Fine.
So, as per usual, when we start a new arc, Grace usually covers the first episode of that new show, and I do the second because why not? As per usual, I just follow in her footsteps. Which she does. So, but interestingly enough, if you're watching the show on Tubi, it'll appear that the episode is actually the third episode of the series, but everywhere else I look, it says it's the second episode.
Okay, great.
I think it may be aired as like the second episode, but when they were making the show and producing it, they produced it to be the third, but for whatever reason, they switched it around. So it's episode 2/3 of season 1 called Driven to Distraction. Okay. And we're just going to jump in. There's going to be a lot of callbacks to your last episode, Grace, so hold on tight. We'll get there. We'll bring it all full circle as we always do.
Okay.
But the episode starts with Archie absolutely loving and appreciating the fact that he has a new car. But I heard you mention in your last episode that he had a convertible in that episode too. Yeah. So I think it's probably the same car, actually, the red convertible.
Just, you got to ride that new car for a while. I literally bought a car yesterday, a new car.
Oh, really?
From recording. Yeah, this is so funny. Oh my God, Archie. Ooh. I get it. Oh no. This is a warning. This is a warning episode.
I almost forgot too.
Oh, I already forgot. As promised.
We keep forgetting. We're struggling today. I don't know what the fuck is. Actually, I do know what's wrong with us. Whatever. Life.
Many things.
I promised last week I would show off that I do still have some original Archie comics. Look at that.
Baby. Yes.
Original, aka published between like 2003 and 2006.
Amazing.
Now, I don't know if they're like taking old stories from like way back in the day and just putting them into new magazines. Because like you said, if you look at this, like this was published in 2003. But like, look at that artwork. Like that does not look like something that was published in 2003. That looks like something from like the 70s or 60s maybe.
I think
so. I never really understood when I was reading them as a kid.
I mean, I still don't understand it as an adult because it like also shifts like what like each issue will sometimes be like a different like again it's either like 40s, 50s or 60s is usually the vibe. But yeah, it like I mean maybe the later ones too. Like it they have decades of them, but like I think they still publish them in whatever decade they just choose. Like a 2006 one could be like placed in the 50s or like the 80s or something.
Like it straight up looks like it. Like the cars they're driving, all that stuff. Like it's, it's like normal enough that a teenager in the time that this was published can relate to it, but also like their parents could look at it and be like, oh, that's what it was like when I was growing up like 20 or 30 years ago or whatever. But I have a Betty and Veronica comic that was from like 2017 that I got on Free Comic Book Day, I guess in 2017 or 18 or something. So that one.
Is that one on the shelf? You didn't bring that over?
I didn't. It's in the box. I was like, no, these are like the OG real ones.
Yeah, you're right.
The one from 2017, it was free. It's just like a short little issue.
Okay.
And since it is 2017, it has like ads for Riverdale and stuff in it and all that. So it's like hyper modern.
Yeah.
So different vibe. But anyways, my bad that I didn't fish them out in last week's episode. But I was like, I can't forget to show.
And then we
also,
immediately
if you're watching on YouTube, Literally, I had to like put my hand down on them and be like, oh shit, that's right. Those are sitting on my desk right now. After you and I just talked about me grabbing them.
Amazing.
This is life right now. This is life. This is how it works, how our brains work. So bear with us. So anyway, back to the actual episode. You're right. He's super excited to just have this car. I mean, he's a teenage boy. Anyone who can drive now and who went through that, feeling of getting their first car knows that getting a car is so like liberating and exciting and you feel so free and everything. And it seems to me like Archie saved up for this himself. Now, whether he saved up for it with like allowance money from his parents or actually like hard labor working in Riverdale somewhere, I don't know. But it is like his money. So it's, his car and he feels really connected to it. And he describes it as like a classic car, a nice showy classic car. But all of his friends would absolutely describe it as a piece of junk.
Oh, no.
It doesn't look that terrible when you're watching the episode, but like his friends call it a piece of junk. I guess it's nothing special, but it is a red convertible. So like that's cool, but it's nice. Old. When he says classic, I think he just means like old and beat up in the sense that he's got to put some time and effort and more money into getting this car fixed up and running perfectly, but it's still good enough to drive around town and for Archie to feel like he's a free young man. So he is obsessed with this car, but unfortunately, some might say he is a little too obsessed. Because as he is, starting to do some repairs on this car, starting to really make it feel like it's his own, he starts to get so obsessed that he starts to actually display some uncharacteristic behavior for Archie, that is, who, those who didn't tune into our episode last week, we kind of described Archie's personality. He's like the everyman. He's, like the perfect son, the perfect friend. He gets along with everyone. He's always on time. He's always helping people. He's always accepting people. He's very down to earth. He's calm. He's kind-hearted. He has like so much plot armor where he's just like this perfect embodiment of a teenage boy. Exactly.
Easy peasy.
But not so much now that he's got this car. He's normally kind-hearted. It's red.
Changes the man.
No, it really does. It really does. And not even just as like a midlife crisis. This is quarter life at best, At
most,
So this kind-hearted or normally kind-hearted and friendly young gentleman known as Archie Andrews has become a lot more irritable and distant and a bit more forgetful ever since he's really started diving into repairing and fixing up this car. He finds himself like yelling and shouting at Jughead on certain occasions when Jughead is like eating food in the car. Because Archie doesn't want him to spread crumbs around and make a mess and everything. So he literally like yells at Jughead to get out of the car and shouts at him about knowing not to eat in. I didn't mention this. The car is named Betsy, by the way.
Okay, wow. So, Veronica's probably fucking pissed. Betsy, that's
I know, that's really close to Betty. Yeah, if I were Veronica, I would be
Veronica's about to key that car.
Oh, just you wait. You wait. So Veronica and the car get along great, as you'll see.
Oh, yeah, hunk of junk. Uh-oh.
So, speaking of Veronica, the car has also distracted him to the point where he's been like, Archie has been ignoring advances and like flirting and whatnot from Veronica and Betty. And he's just generally like not returning the interest whenever they're talking to him. He's like, yeah, whatever. That's cool. Cool. Sounds good. This was the first strike for Veronica. Betty is like, yeah, okay, I don't love it, but...
He did also name the car Betsy, so, like, he's distracted, but he's still thinking of me, kind of.
He's thinking of me, kind of, in a way. Just remove the S, maybe?
Yeah, close enough.
But then it gets worse when Archie, Betty and Veronica are asking him, like, hey, can we do something this weekend, Archie? Like, how about... I think Veronica says, how about we go to a movie and get some dinner on Friday? Like, you haven't really been hanging out with us a lot lately. And Archie's like, okay, yeah, sure. Like, he reluctantly is agreeing to go on dates with these girls, which, like I said, he's planning now to do dinner and a movie with Veronica on Friday. And then he plans to take Betty to the school dance on Saturday. First of all, this sounds exhausting. That sounds exhausting. Dating in any generation is tough, but dating two people at once, that's a lot. All right. Especially in high school. You got a car now, man. You got to take care of the car. You got a family. You got parents that need your help with things around the house. You have two girlfriends, and that's expensive. I guess the dance is free, probably.
But you probably got to buy her dinner beforehand and stuff.
Exactly.
And
just or maybe you'll take her out next weekend too.
Just in any generation, whatever, date around, that kind of stuff. But what was I gonna say? The teenage emotions also make everything so heightened that teenagers are just so dramatic about everything. Right. So it's also just not like dating around in your 20s and up.
Right.
It's just hormones.
Because teenage dating is like, oh, we're all in. There's so much because it's like, oh, it's your first love, or it's just your first entrance into dating and all of that. And so everything, like you said, the heightened emotion. Exactly.
So to be bouncing on multiple fronts for all of
them. Right. Yeah. And still trying to be a friend to Jughead and just, it's.
And fix your car.
Sounds like a lot. Or it's a lot. It's a lot on his shoulders right now.
Okay.
And even, excuse me, last bit of the cough drop there. It's gone. It's like, all right.
Cool. For now.
No more joking. Yeah, right. I got one more waiting here on my desk. So even at this point, though, Reggie is noticing Archie's strange behavior, and he confronts Archie one-on-one to be like, yo, bro, you're neglecting these two beautiful women in Veronica and Betty. They're both, for whatever reason, they really like you. And here you are working on your car while they're all, sad over at Pop's chocolate shop, the town restaurant that they all go to. Yeah, the diner. And Reggie's like, what's wrong with you? Like, what's going through your head right now?
Yeah.
And so at this point, it must be bad if Reggie is even trying to get Archie to date the girls that Reggie also is trying to date.
Yeah.
Exactly. His main rival.
He's like, look, it was more fun when
there's competition.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also Reggie does try to talk to Betty and Veronica, well, if Archie isn't paying attention to you, I'll take you guys on a date. I'm more than happy to. And they're like, yeah, no. So they just throw him down, which is crazy. I'm like, damn, man.
I'd rather...
Archie, I don't know what Archie's got going on, but that's crazy.
I'd rather have my boyfriend pick a car than date you.
Yeah.
I'd rather be rejected for a car than pick you, is what they just said.
It's like either Archie has a lot going on or Reggie is just the worst of the worst. There's no in between. Yeah.
I mean, but even Reggie is stepping up and checking in on Archie.
Mm-hmm. So it's got to be bad. It's getting bad. But Archie doesn't see this as friendly concern or anything. He obviously knows that Reggie is his rival and just says you just don't get it, Reggie. You're just jealous of Betsy and the fact that I have a nice new car. You just mind your own business.
Finish what Reggie says.
And Reggie's just like, I have a car. I have a brand new car. Because Reggie is also super rich. Basically him and Veronica are both just loaded. And he's like, I have a brand new sports car and it drives perfectly. Compared to Betsy, which is, right. So he's like, that has nothing to do with it. So anyway, go ahead.
I was going to say Archie, because we briefly hinted at it in my last episode, Lord of the Rings. Archie is really giving Gollum right now.
He absolutely is.
Just the car is his one ring. Yeah. It's possessing him. When Frodo's wearing it, he starts to get more snappy at his friend. I'm concerned about.
Hold on to that headcanon, Grace, because it fits into what's going to happen here in just one moment. Yeah.
I'm concerned. Okay,
you should be. Okay. Yes. You should be. So Archie, he's pissed at Reggie now, and he doesn't really want to keep sitting around and listening to people criticizing him and misunderstanding him and his relationship to this new car. So he decides to just leave his place and go for a long drive and clear his mind, obviously driving around Betsy all throughout town by himself. Mm-hmm. And as he's driving through Riverdale, he comes across a new store called Dr. Beaumont's Emporium of Curios, Novelties, Antiquities, and Hard Lessons.
Uh-oh. Okay.
You already know where it's going. Hard Lessons.
Is there a wishing willow in it, perhaps, as well?
I hate and love you so much, Grace, because I was literally going to say anyone who has seen the movie Obsession recently knows that this is such a common, tried and true trope in horror movies
Yes.
of like the
Go to
creepy
the
store
oddity
that
store.
mysteriously appeared in town. Like, oh, I've never, where did this
Oh,
just
this is
come
a
from?
new
Archie
store?
says, this must be new. I've never seen this store before. And
Uh-oh, Archie.
inside, of
Uh-oh,
course,
Archie.
just
Okay.
Obsession, just like the Wishing Willow, we see a number of magical items and mystical items inside.
Okay.
But before we actually go inside, I'll say it isn't the store itself that caught Archie's attention. He wasn't like, oh, let me just go out to the Emporium of Curios, Novelties, Antiquities, and Hard Lessons and
Such a
go
long
see what I
name.
can find. I know, right? It's a lot. We'll just call it Dr. Beaumont's Emporium from now on.
Okay, okay.
It instead is what he saw, a particular item that was on display in the storefront window. And that
Okay.
particular item that grabbed his attention and made him pull over to run into the store is none other a teenage boy with a brand new car's dream, a set of fuzzy dice to hang from the rearview mirror.
Oh my God. I was gonna be like, a date?
Yeah,
He
not to
had
Archie.
those.
He's like, no, no, that's boring. I do
That's too
that
many of
5 times a
those.
week. Yeah, I go on
Now,
a
what
date
color are
literally
these?
every
Just
night.
normal black and white dice, or are they fun
They're
color?
white, yeah, white dice with black
Black
dots on
dots, yeah.
them, but they're fuzzy. They are fuzzy. I mean, like
Okay.
maybe there's a slight tinge of pink in them a little bit, but
Okay, but
like
they're not
just
like a
standard.
bright. Okay, okay.
Yeah, not neon, not like super extravagant. I mean,
Okay.
fuzzy dice are always extravagant in my opinion, but no
True.
more extravagant than your
Than your
average
average.
run-of-the-mill fuzzy dice, I
Okay.
guess.
Good to know.
So he runs inside because he says to himself, like, oh my gosh, I've been looking for this exact kind of thing, this sort of decorative piece to really like make Betsy feel like my own, I guess, a man of taste Archie is, I guess. Really
Taste.
needed these fuzzy dice. Okay.
Ooh, I guess he never
I
wants
mean,
to
I
date
guess in like
Veronica again.
1999.
She's
Yeah,
not gonna see
right.
that shit.
Yeah. That's actually such a good point that he never thought about that. But actually, yeah,
No.
like I said, he's like under a spell right now from Betsy. He's not thinking about
Mm.
anything else except that car and him. So he goes into this emporium, and the store is interesting. Like I said, and here is my line about obsession. We'll skip over that because you already beat me to the punch. So here we go. Yes, it's interesting to say the least. There are all sorts of seemingly magical and enchanted objects within, like cursed jewelry, spell books, mutated fish, moving statues, just all sorts of weird things that are kind of
Okay.
scaring Archie and making him be like, what the hell is this store and where did it come from?
Okay.
But most interestingly of all is the store's owner and operator, a man by the name of, well, we'll say his name later because it's actually really cool how he introduces himself. But
Okay.
this man, he basically just looks like Doctor Strange, if you're familiar with Marvel movies or
Uh-huh.
comics, meaning that he also basically looks like Vincent Price, the like
Oh, yeah,
iconic
yeah.
horror actor from like the 60s
Yes.
to 90s-ish, whatever, because he was the model for Doctor Strange, I think, apparently. But
Oh,
also, like,
cool.
this is just straight up who he looks like. He's got like a suit on, but a massive red cloak on with, tall collar. He's
Yes.
got like jet black hair with streaks of gray on the sides and going right down the middle and just a long
Perfect.
beard, nice long white beard and white eyebrows. So, an older guy, but a very
Hmm.
deep, booming voice. And this man is sitting calmly in a candlelit room, and he is deeply focused as he's in the middle of what appears to be like some sort of telepathic conversation. And he
Okay.
finishes this conversation and stands up, blows out all the actually didn't blow them out. He like does some hand movement and all the candles blow out and the lights turn
Okay.
on. And he walks up and he just says, ah, young Archie Andrews, how are you on this spring afternoon?
Now,
Mm-hmm.
uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
No,
do
they
you
have
know
not
my
met.
do you know my parents maybe?
Yeah.
Are you a
They
family
rolled through here. Do you
friend?
happen to read the Riverdale High
I'm a pretty big
Gazette?
deal, but have you read
Yeah, you look like you
it?
would like the Weird Mysteries column. Are you a
Yeah.
fan? You a fan?
Yeah.
You
You
go
want
to
me to
the high
sign
school game, the
one?
track meets. I'm
I'm
basically a
involved in it
four-letter
all.
athlete. Yeah, a
Yeah.
four-star athlete.
What
So,
There must gotta be
how
some
do you know
other
my name?
connection, right? Yeah.
Yeah, basically. And this is exactly what Archie asks, obviously very
Good.
shook and like frightened by this man knowing his
Good.
name. He says, excuse me? And the man responds, yes, I, Dr. Horatio Beauregard Beaumont, know many things. So, what brings you to my store? It is a big store, and we're just going to call him Dr. Beaumont for the rest of the episode. Yes. He didn't really look like a Horatio, so,
no.
But whatever. Okay. So Archie, he responds again by saying, well, I would actually like to buy, and he starts pointing, but Dr. Beaumont cuts him off, saying, yes, you probably want a card that entitles you to full borrowing privileges at the Library of Alexandria. Yes, maybe, which I would love. Please,
hold on.
I need a library card.
Pause.
And also
to the burnt down Library of Alexandria. Our favorite.
One of our favorite. One of our favorite topics on this podcast. Yeah.
Yeah. Say less.
Time travel. You want time travel? And also, say
what
less.
Do you give? I'll do it.
But then Archie just shakes his head like, no, not that. And then Dr. Beaumont cuts him off again, saying, yes, the amulet of good grooming, perhaps. Which also
rude.
Rude, but like I'm down. It would be really nice if you could just like say some incantation into an amulet, and then like your hair, makeup, everything, nails are all like perfectly done.
Okay, that's a great point.
Like your fragrance and perfume is like already like sprayed on you.
Okay,
like
still
I'll
interested.
Take it. Your clothes are ironed. Like women got to be good, well groomed too. So like
ironing,
Okay, library,
good
grooming. I mean, library probably is still my
library for me.
I want that more, but like. Either of these sound good. They both sound better than fuzzy dice. Yeah,
fuzzy dice. Well,
okay. But Archie's like, no, not that either. I actually, what are you charging for those dice over there by the window?
Yeah, like let me just cut you off.
Yeah, no, I don't want any of that extremely cool and like any of those items that will basically make me all powerful in this world.
Change my life forever.
Exactly. No, I just want those fuzzy dice right over there,
Classic teenage boy. Okay.
And this brings out a visceral reaction in Dr. Beaumont. He's like, no, I strongly recommend you do not buy those dice. No, there are some very nasty consequences attached to owning those things. You do not want to get involved with those. And he's like grabbing Archie by the shoulders and looking him directly in the eyes as he's telling him this, like fear of God in his eyes, saying, do not buy those dice from me, young man, please.
So why are you selling them? Is it for anyone or just Archie Andrews that this is a problem?
No, that's a good point. He does not say, but it's also arguable that he's like not selling them because there isn't a price tag on them. Like he may have just put them there. And I have some headcanon about this that hopefully I'll get to at the end and everything once we talk about the whole story. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it's more like decorative. And again, there is no price tag because basically Archie's like, how much for them? Those dice. Those ones that you're obviously very afraid you have the fear of God in your eyes when you talk about them. Those dice, I want to know. Can I buy them? But Archie must not be superstitious at all because he just ignores all of this fear from Dr. Beaumont. No, warnings, please.
Never heard of them.
Right. I laugh in the face of danger. Ha ha ha. And so he's like, well, you're saying all that. That's cool. That's a little scary and all, but I need these dice. Like they're going to be perfect in my car. So how much are they? And Dr. Beaumont realizes that Archie, he's not going to take no for an answer. So instead, Dr. Beaumont tries to, convince him that there's something he can't buy, not like out of fear, but he's like, well, okay, how much are they? They are $21.43.
Okay.
And Archie's like, oh, wow, that's literally exactly how much money I have in my pocket right now.
Okay.
So Dr. Beaumont's trying to be like, I just did magic to try to like convince you not to buy them because it costs
Archie just thought it was a coincidence. Archie was just like, great.
Exactly. Oh, wow. Look at that. Here you go.
It was meant to be.
The money. Okay. Kismet. Tell me about it.
Wrong.
Very wrong. Again, his mind is not in the right place right now. It's not our normal Archie.
Okay.
So he shoves the money in Dr. Beaumont's face and then goes and grabs the dice from the window rack. And Dr. Beaumont, he's like still not really wanting Archie to take these dice. Like you said, realizing Archie's not like reading the room. Like, bro,
picking up
come
what
on,
he's putting down.
Trying to save you here. Yeah. So he's like, sir, or young man, are you certain that this is a good way to spend all of your money? I'd be terribly upset if, hypothetically speaking, you weren't able to go on a Friday night movie date with someone because you don't have the money. Theoretically speaking, perhaps a date with a raven-haired, rich young lady who maybe is sometimes a little spoiled and whose name starts with a V.
Veronica.
Is this ringing a bell to you, Archie? At any point, are you going to stop and listen to what I'm telling you?
Is Archie just like looking at those dice, so happy that he has them now?
Mesmerized, just holding them, looking at them, way too excited to see, how they'll look hanging from Betsy's rearview mirror. He is not listening to a word that Dr. Beaumont is saying. And so he just strolls right on out of there with his new decorative pieces. And Dr. Beaumont, the beginning of the end. And Dr. Beaumont just whispers to himself, I always hate it when they go for the hard lessons.
Oh,
so in this case, the dice, they're not curios, they're not novelties, they're not antiquities. They are a hard lesson, which we will soon find out about.
Okay.
So back at home, Archie finally gets the chance to hang the dice in the mirror of the car. And he immediately loves the overall vibe and like the style that the fuzzy dice give off. Teenage boy in the 90s. It says a lot. I'm like, ooh, Archie, I had a lot of respect for you before this. I don't know, man.
Is Archie our villain of the arc? I don't want him to be.
No offense to anyone listening or watching right now who also has fuzzy dice in their car, but to each their own, I guess.
But it's just not my own. It's just not my each or my own.
Yeah. So, but you do you. You do you. Yeah. So, Archie is he's mesmerized. He's loving these dice. And he hops out of the car to go inside and grab some stuff from the garage. But after he walks away, we, the audience, see this. Archie doesn't see this, but we see Betsy kind of starts glowing green. And her headlights kind of turn into, they're not light bulbs anymore. They're like demonic eyes that have a green hue to them.
Now is Archie noticed? Are the dice glowing? Archie noticed?
I think the dice glow a little bit too. Yeah, I think they do. Archie does not notice. He's busy. He's in the garage. He's got his back turned. Betsy's in the driveway, I should say. She's in the driveway so that he can show off when he's working on the car, Yeah.
Well, so she's gonna be looked at now.
Yeah.
He wanted to show her off. Oh, she's gonna look back at you.
People gonna see her.
Yeah, people about to see it. And she's gonna see them.
And she's gonna see them too. Oh boy.
Okay, Archie. Good luck.
So he comes back from the garage. He's got a bunch of tools ready to go, and he starts doing some repairs on Betsy. I think she's
still glowing green.
Just weird.
Or is it like a flash?
It's a flash of glowing green. The eyes are still green, like demonic eyes. I'm pretty sure, but the car just like flashes the one time, and then it's the eyes from there on out. The rest of the episode, we just see like green demonic eyes coming from the headlights, but he's not looking at the headlights. Archie, I would notice personally on my car. I think you would too on your new car.
Yeah, let me check it out as soon as first thing.
As soon as we're done.
Yeah, I'm checking.
You're actually like time out, pause.
I'm like
pause
trying to look out on the street, like
normal headlight.
Wait a second.
Yeah. No fuzzy dice. You're good. Just don't get fuzzy dice.
So no, I would never.
So apparently, like Betsy's been making some weird noise coming out of her engine. Like I said, she's not the nicest car, so she got some repairs that she needs done to her. And so Archie fixes this, and when he finishes up, he slams down the hood. It's hot outside, so he plops down in the grass by the driveway. He's sweaty. He's got like grease and oil and dirt stains all over his face and on his clothes, but he's wearing them proudly because they're his grease and dirt and oil stains. Yeah. He's putting his hands in there and getting dirty and using his elbow grease, I guess, to make Betsy better. Whatever. Anyways, enough like little figures of speeches there. Exactly. Enough car talk. No more shop talk. We're done.
No more shop talk.
So he's sitting in the grass just looking at how beautiful Betsy is and how nice those fuzzy dice look in the rearview mirror. And Jughead walks by and he sees Archie just sitting in the grass. So he stops by to say hello, but also to low-key congratulate Archie. Not for anything related to Betsy, though. Rather, he's congratulating Archie because Archie seems to be really keeping his cool and staying calm, considering that he needs to go pick up Veronica for a date in 15 minutes, and looks like that.
Bet he wish he had the amulet of grooming right now.
I'm telling you, see? And now in hindsight, it would be pretty nice. Can you imagine getting ready for a date, getting ready for work, getting ready for a nice event?
Oh my
God.
Boom.
All you gotta do, put on your dress or whatever, or your suit, and then
bam.
Out of here. But yeah, date with Veronica in 15 minutes, and he
already has this hunk of junk, and now he's a hunk of junk.
Wearing dirty jeans and a dirty t-shirt and covered in oil and grease and whatnot.
Gross. Okay.
Archie freaks out because he realizes that he not only totally forgot about his date with Veronica, but that he also just somehow like really lost track of time working on and gazing at Betsy. Where like we kind of see this too, where he plops down in the grass and kind of like zones out, and then like you can feel there's a time change or like a warp of some site or some sort. And like he's still just sitting on the grass, and it's just like staring. Whoa. How long has he been there? Yeah.
I mean, things were boring back in the day before people think the early days were boring before cell phones, but like he could have played outside. People just didn't stare and watch paint dry, basically.
Literally, yeah.
He had other things to do.
Stickball or whatever the heck they played back then.
Exactly.
Stick and hit a ball for 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
So yeah, Archie's freaking out like, whoa, like where almost it's halfway like, oh shit, Veronica's going to kill me. And oh shit, like, I feel like I just time traveled or something. I feel like I'm just not like he had an out of body. Yeah. Like an out of body experience.
Okay.
And so he rushes inside, he changes, he gets cleaned up, all that stuff. And he runs back out there, and Jughead is still out there waiting for him. And Jughead's just joking with him like, all this stress, all this work, and all this panicking, what? Just in time for another expensive date with Veronica?
Uh-oh.
And then Archie freaks out again because he's like, expensive? I forgot I'm supposed to pay for the movie tickets and the dinner, and he's like emptying his pockets like, yeah, I literally used it all on those fuzzy dice. And Jughead just dice. Jughead is the realist in this moment. He literally smacks his head and like does the face palm and is just like, so where should we send the flowers for your funeral, bro?
So to your parents or straight to the funeral home?
Which one? Do you want us to donate to a charity or something?
In your name, in your honor? I bet the high school start a scholarship under your name.
Probably, yeah. You're at least like athletic scholarships too, because like you're on every team. But just let me know who I should start planning with, because you're gonna die tonight, basically.
Gonna happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Archie realizes that this is actually life or death because already, the car is not the greatest, like the thing that Veronica really wants to be seen cruising around town in. So it's like, listen, if I'm going to have this hunk of junk picking her up, I at least need to be the one paying for this date. And I already told her that I would, and because it's Archie. Nice. He's a gentleman. Yeah. And I need to look nice.
Okay.
So he literally begs and pleads for money, for Jughead to give him some money. Like, please, just $20, Jughead. That's it. Like, I promise you, I'll pay you back when I get my allowance next weekend. Like, I promise you. And it's actually kind of uncomfortable. Like, he's on his knees. He's crying. He is groveling. And Jughead is just like, oh, okay, fine. Like, ew, just,
bro,
stop. Like, I feel gross. He literally says, like, ew, I feel disgusting right now.
Yeah.
Like, just go. Have fun. So Archie goes. He takes Jughead's money, promising to pay him back later. And he picks up Veronica, and then before they go to the movies, they're going to go obviously to their favorite diner, Pop's Chocolate Shop, to get some dinner before the show. But as they're driving, I think they kind of take like the scenic routes. They can get that fresh air and the red convertible, and Archie can show off his car. Exactly. But Veronica's just like, she's seen this car before, and she agrees that it's not the nicest car.
Not much to see.
Yes, and she obviously also doesn't like how Archie has been focusing so much more on the car than her or even Betty or any of their other friends at this point. Like, she's coming at it kind of like Reggie, where it's like, listen, I know I don't want you dating Betty, but like, you're not even talking to Betty. Like, you're not talking to anyone. This is crazy, Archie.
We all had it. We're going to have an intervention.
Humans. Yeah, exactly.
Any moment now.
And so she's reminding Archie, like, isn't this so much fun? Like, hanging out with actual people who actually care about you, and like me in particular, spending time with me rather than with a machine. Like, remember, Archie, how nice this all is? And Archie is just driving, like, I mean, you're not totally wrong. Like, people are good, I guess. People are fun, I guess.
Hey.
But right as he says that, Archie oddly loses complete control of the steering wheel of the car. And the car starts almost driving itself. It veers off the road through a grassy field, through some dirt. Almost, like it has a mind of its own, and it's just taking the wheel for itself. So eventually the car does come to a stop. It doesn't like hit anything, thankfully, but it's going over some bumpy terrain and like all over the place, and it's speeding. And Archie just tries to rationalize this by saying, like, oh, like Betsy's an old classic car. Sometimes, they're a little jumpy to steer. It's probably just another thing I gotta fix. Like, right? Veronica. I mean,
this man must be in Egypt because he's in denial right now. I took that joke from last podcast on the left.
Nice, yeah. That's,
but like,
it's still a good joke.
Yeah, I definitely not meant that, but like, sir.
That's not what any car, classic or otherwise, tends to do.
I know.
Lures it and then steers off the road. I don't know about
that's, I don't know a lot about cars, really anything, but
I do know that much.
I do know this much. Yeah. You don't want this. You don't want this to happen.
Yeah. And Veronica, she's like us. Well, except for the fact that she's a very rich young lady. Other than that, she is a lot like us in the sense that she's like, listen, I know classic cars because I'm rich, okay?
Yeah.
My father owns
classic cars.
A lot. Exactly.
Yeah, we have a car garage with 2 floors, okay?
Yeah. Filled with only classic. We have a classic car garage.
Yeah,
we have a Corvette and like
ones.
A Lambo garage on the other wing of the house.
Yeah.
But our classic car garage has nothing like this in it, okay?
Yes.
I know them. I know what these cars look like. One, Archie, I love you, but this is no classic car. This is a hunk of junk. And also, even if it were, like I said, I know classic cars, they don't just do this. Although her dad is probably rich enough to put like brand new engines in classic cars and like
so true.
Make them run like new.
But they're still not doing this.
No, exactly. No, not on their own, at least.
Yes.
So she says this doesn't make sense, and she denies. She calls out Archie for denying like conventional wisdom and logic here.
Yeah, like obvious things. Yeah.
Obvious things. But right as she says this, her seat mysteriously just like shoots forward, slamming her body into the dashboard and her face into the windshield, which would really hurt, by the way. Like you could rupture your knecaps. Or break your nose. Yeah, doing
both.
That. And she's like totally smushed to the front of the car, just like, oh my God, Archie, help me, what's happening? And he just like kicks the car basically, and then it snaps back to normal. And so,
okay, well, now this is
he's just like
escalated.
Classic car, gotta fix that too.
I am getting
guess,
out of that
right,
car and
Ronnie?
marching across this field home. I'm saying bye. This date is over.
I'm not hungry anymore. I don't want to see a movie anymore.
I'm gonna find a payphone and call my chauffeur. And they will pick me up. Goodbye.
Yes.
Okay.
So, they brush this off, or Archie mostly brushes this off.
Yeah.
And they continue their drive to the diner.
Okay.
And, as they pull into the diner and they get out, Archie or Veronica's like, Archie, listen, it seems to me like the car is kind of like doing these things deliberately, no? Like the way it steered off the
Yeah.
road, the way it
The way it tried to kill
tried
me.
to kill me after I criticized it. But Archie is like, no, that's ridiculous and impossible. So now he wants to be Mr. Reasonable, right? Like,
Okay.
come on. No, Veronica, you're
Okay.
crazy. Let's just get some food. You're probably
Classic.
hungry. Yeah,
I'm probably hangry.
exactly. So they rush inside of Pops and away from the car, obviously, for multiple reasons.
Uh-huh.
And once they get in there, they get in their booth, they're drinking their milkshakes. They're grossly feeding each other their milkshakes. I'm like, oh, I'm not kidding. I hate love now.
Cooties.
Tina, young love. Blech. Yeah, it's the cooties that gross me out. Like, you don't share your spoons. You guys don't know what's going to hit this country in like 22 years after the show comes out. Don't share your spoons. But no, they're sharing the milkshakes and just taking in, wafting that delicious smell of burgers and fries. Again, we're going to bring it back to our favorite food, the potato, that we talked about last week.
Yum.
And Archie sitting there enjoying this moment. He does like look at Veronica and he does confess that, you're right, Veronica. So far, this evening has been awesome. And I have missed spending time with not just you, but with like all my friends lately. And, it's good to hang out with people and, get away from the car for a little bit and to like eat human food and not just be inhaling motor oil scents all day. And they stare deeply into each other's eyes for a bit and they're all, sharing all this flowery, cute language and giggling, lovey-dovey shit. It's adorable. But right outside of the chocolate shop, we see Reggie walking by Betsy, Reggie Mantle, walking by Betsy in the parking lot. And he's kind of just scoffing at the car, like, still don't get what Archie sees in this old piece of junk, just shaking his head, like, so strange, that Archie kid. And after he walks away from the car, he hears Betsy's engine start up.
Turn on.
But he knows, and turn on. And the engine starts revving. But he knows that Archie is inside. Like he sees
before
them in
remote
there, and
starts,
he sees
everyone.
Exactly that. Yeah.
Yes.
Bob's did not exist until the 2010s, maybe at best, at earliest. So he turns around and he sees the green demonic eye looking headlights just staring him down. And he's like, I don't remember the headlights looking like that last time I saw
what
Archie.
A weird custom job. Okay.
And I don't, right. Well, that's an interesting choice.
Weird
Archie.
choice.
Very interesting choice. And also, Archie's not in the car. Who the fuck is starting that car? There is not only is Archie not in the car, no one is in that car.
Okay.
So he immediately runs away.
Okay, good. Smart. Finally. Okay.
Yeah, smart. Yes. But unfortunately, cars are faster than people most times, almost always. So the car speeds in his direction and you cannot outrun that. And so Reggie is just running all around the parking lot. He's smart. He's even doing serpentine, man. He's weaving around.
Yeah, he's bobbing and weaving.
He's going in all sorts of crazy directions.
He's an athlete.
He knows. Exactly. He knows. He watches Game of Thrones. He knows what that one character did not do, what he should have done to not spoil things like for those who exactly. But the car stays right on his tail. And eventually he has to climb up a freaking street lamp in the parking lot to like avoid getting run over by this thing or like smashed by this thing.
Take down a street lamp. I don't know if it's safe ever.
It can. But I think that at least at this point, Betty doesn't want to like injure herself. She wants to scare you. She might run over you, but I don't think she wants to like dent herself.
Smash in. Yeah, Betsy has some self-preservation, which is also a bad sign.
Not a good sign. It means like sentience,
conscience.
Perhaps? Yeah, exactly.
All of
you don't love to see.
No, we don't want this object to have that. Okay.
Yeah.
It's making a deliberate choice. Okay. Great.
So great. Veronica just like in the middle of like sharing all this like lovey-dovey, cute, flowery language with Archie inside, and it's so quiet and like quaint and peaceful in there. Like out of the corner of her eye, she sees Reggie like climbing a street pole.
Like screaming for help.
Running serpentine, like jumping up onto a street lamp and like climbing up to the top of it.
Life.
And then she sees Betsy also like circling around the street lamp and like revving its
Fucking
engine for whatever
predator.
reason.
Just
Yeah,
watching its
straight up, yeah,
prey.
like a shark. Yes.
Yeah.
And so she tells Archie, like, Archie, hey, your car has just sent Reggie climbing up a street pole.
Hey, so
Hey, look out there. Please
hey,
look
so
out the
what the
window,
fuck?
Archie. Hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
But Archie just doesn't want to believe her because I guess he's still in like, are you serious, Veronica? Cars can't, they don't have minds of their own. What are you talking about? And
Believe
he's taking it,
women.
literally believe women. What are
Believe
you doing,
women,
Archie? Which
Archie.
also like, what a weird thing to make up. Like,
Yeah.
why would
What a
Veronica make this up? Why would she
unnecessary
say
story.
exactly? Like she could just say, I don't know. Like there's so many other things that someone
Yeah.
could just make up as a story to like try to separate someone from their unhealthy obsession to like an
Yeah.
inanimate
But
object.
like a
But like
crazy,
that's
actually
not near the
unbelievable
top of the
story.
list.
No, it's not even
Yeah,
on the list, I
exactly.
would say.
No. So so Archie is just like, I'm so tired of everyone criticizing Betsy and I just don't get it. Why don't any of you guys like my car? What's going on? And Veronica's like, no, dude, I'm telling you, look, she's not even in the parking
She's
spot. That is
attacking
literally like
someone.
right outside of their window. Like the
Yeah.
booth that they are in
It's like
faces the
against the
exact
window.
parking spot. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he's like, just look. Or she's like, just look, Archie, just look out the window. But by the time Archie finishes rolling his eyes and turns his head over to
Of
look like,
course.
Betsy has very quickly returned to her parking spot,
Mm-mm.
parked just the way Archie
Betsy.
remembered. That's that tricky
Not
minx
a
that
girl's
little car is.
girl.
Not at
Betsy,
all.
come on.
So at this point, Archie's fed up and he's honestly like disgusted by all of this slander against his
Oh,
brand new car.
oh my
He's like,
God. How
that's it.
dare you talk about my car like this?
Exactly. I'm done. How dare
Ugh,
you? She hasn't hurt a single soul and she's not a sentient being. Like, this
you
date's
saw
over,
me get
Veronica. I'm
smashed by
taking you
this.
home. Yeah.
Also, like, I'll find my own
No,
ride
it's just
home.
a manufacturer's error. Manufacturer's
Right, the
error,
seat's broken.
Yeah,
Also,
it's
yeah, don't take
fine.
me home
It's
in this car. Reggie will drive
yeah.
me home, certainly. Anyone else.
Right. Well, Reggie is running for his life. As soon as Betsy drove back to the parking spot, we just see him, he runs away. He's like, I'm not looking back, man.
Honestly,
No, fuck
smart.
that.
Yeah. Yep.
Same. Honestly, same.
Yep.
So they go back out to the car. The date's over.
Yeah.
And Archie's like, yeah, I'm taking you home. And as Archie walks up to the car, Veronica calls after him and she like grabs onto his shoulder, like, Archie, wait, come on, like, don't leave. Let's talk about this. But when she grabs Archie by the shoulder and like pulls him back, Betsy lights up green again, and those eyes glow green and
Uh-oh.
light up. And a robotic voice comes out of her and just says, please step away from Archie Andrews. This means you, Veronica Lodge. And then, before you react to that, the car hood flies open and Betsy shoots a stream of oil straight into Veronica's face and all over her nice dress. That obviously, like you said last week, is probably from Paris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Archie, if you don't believe her now, probably
Believe
fucking
women and
pissed.
human women, not car
Yeah.
women. Not
Not Carl. Yeah. Believe human women. Archie.
Mhm.
Oh no. What does he say?
Now, I will say before Archie responds, earlier in the episode, we do see that Archie gets like a new security system put into this car.
Okay.
But when we see that system earlier, it's just saying, like step away from the car, intruder, alert, or
So
whatever,
that's what he
like
thinks this
normal
is.
security things. Well,
Uh-huh.
no, because it very quickly evolved from saying that stuff to knowing full names and identifications and like
Yes.
features of all of Archie's friends and being able to also control car doors and fluids and such. Like that's not a
Yes.
normal security system. And Archie understands that. So he's
Okay.
like, yeah, he does get that. He's like, whoa,
Thank God,
you
finally.
can talk? What the heck? And he's also like, why did you just do that? Like, first of all, you can talk. And second of all, why
Yeah.
did you just hurt Veronica like that hurt? You
Yeah.
know, why did you just
Also,
spray
how
oil
not
on
just
her?
talk, how can you control everything else in you to
And
hurt someone? We got
exactly,
Archie, we have a lot of
exactly.
questions. We have a
There's a
lot.
lot of questions.
Okay.
Veronica does not want to stay around for the answers because she's mad and she's covered
Covered
in
in
motor
oil.
oil.
Yeah.
So she's like, you know what, Archie, deal with that. I'm getting a cab. You can take Betsy to the
Good.
movie if you want to go so much.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Enjoy your
let's
date.
go. Veronica,
Yeah, say, I'm
exactly.
fucking
Go
out.
home.
Okay.
Red flags all over the place right now,
Yeah.
and not just from Archie's hair. So,
Yeah.
which, not saying the hair is a red flag, just saying it's the color red.
It is the red. Yeah.
I will also just say, sidebar, whenever I watch this show and like reading the comics as a younger kid, I always thought to myself, dude, Archie is doing wonders for the redheaded and the ginger community because he's like the perfect kid. He's
It's
like
that ginger
making redheads look
propaganda
like
from
heroes.
Sherlock.
Originally, he had brown hair, but that dude from that episode of Sherlock Holmes in the
Mm-mm.
22nd century
Rewrite
said,
history.
no.
Make him
This
a
kid needs to
redhead,
be a
baby.
ginger. Yep.
Yeah, he's a good ambassador.
So,
Except for Simpson.
anyways, yeah, right. He comes around though. We'll see eventually. He
Okay.
comes around. It is Archie after all. Plot armor,
Yes.
you know? So Archie asks Betsy, like, how did you do that? What is going on? And Betsy just says, I never understood what you saw in her anyways. And besides, you don't need her when you have me. Get in. Come on.
This is literally the wishing willow. This is literally just obsession.
Obsession. It's almost like, who's more obsessed? Is Archie more obsessed with the car, or is Betsy more obsessed with Archie? And at this point, I was going to go on a tangent about like, not only, yes, is it like the wishing willow and like obsession, but also it is clearly based on like Christine, the book written by Stephen King, and the movie about a car that literally like doesn't come to life, but it's like possessed with some sort of evil force. Yeah, which we never really get an answer for, but it just like starts terrorizing a town. And it's
funny.
In the book, these are the dates I was looking up before we started too. So the book and the movie came out in 1983. In the book, it's like a car that is like getting younger and younger by the day after a kid buys it. It like starts as an old beat up car, and
it's like getting
he's
better,
fixing it up and everything. And yeah, but then eventually, and in the movie too, like it starts making repairs to itself and everything. And it would go out and like kill people at night and then come home and repair itself and clean itself. That's
funny.
The classic Stephen King just turning any inanimate object into some
into
sort
a
of
monster,
like horrible monster. Exactly. So definitely based off of that. And there was another movie like that called The Car from like 1977, which I have not seen, but apparently is very similar, like a possessed car attacking and killing people for whatever reason, particularly teenagers. So common trope that is in horror movies from that era, and they're using it here. But obviously, as we're saying, this episode clearly inspired the movie Obsession.
Yeah.
So it's like that and the monkey paw
single episode.
Story, like that's it. Yeah.
Yep. Only this.
Yes. So Betsy is fully talking, fully saying like, yeah, like you don't need her. You got me.
Uh-oh.
And so she swings open the driver's door. She tells Archie to get in. And Archie is like hesitant, but also like, fuck, I do need to get home. So let me just go ahead and climb on in this driver's seat. And Betsy straps him in, gets that seatbelt on and tightly buckled, very tightly wrapped around him. Make sure he's in there, and he's safe. You wouldn't want him flying out of the car in the case of an accident, or running and escaping in the case of being scared for his life.
Having his own sentience and decision making, like me, Betsy the car has. No, only I can have that because I love you.
Autonomy goes one way. Exactly.
Yeah, and that's what love
I love
is.
You. Tell me you love me, Archie. Right? I love you more than anything else. Yeah. Which also, everybody go see Obsession if you haven't already, or if you don't like horror movies, listen to the Too Scary to Watch It. Yeah, podcast recap that I'm sure they've already done.
Yep, that's how I know all these references.
So Betsy, she just starts to drive off, and she tells Archie, like, in hindsight, I don't really like any of your friends. Like, wouldn't it just be great if it was just you and me, and you just dumped all of them? Like, you don't need any of them. It's not just Veronica. Like, Jughead is always making messes. Betty is a distraction. Reggie's mean. Like,
it's
come
us against the
on.
world, babe.
Exactly. Like, literally, I think it's a direct quote she says at one point, like, you and me to the end, right? Us against the
Oh my
world. Just
God.
stop hanging out with all of them. And instead, like, you could spend all of that time just fixing me up and
Just with
spending time with me,
me.
right?
Don't you love
Yeah.
me?
And so Betsy drives and drives and drives
Drives?
and
And
drives for
drives?
several hours more.
Hours, okay.
Hours. Because the next thing we know, it's literally the next night, not the next morning, the next evening.
It is a 24
They have
hour
been
drive.
driving around a 24-hour drive, literally just going around Riverdale for an entire day. They've
Oh
seen every corner
no.
of the city at this
Multiple
point, and they've
times.
gone all over. Yeah. So at this point, Archie is visibly like, okay, I need to get the fuck out of here. Like he's
Yeah.
starting to fear for his safety.
Yeah.
And he's also just getting really tired. He's yawning and he's like, hey, Betsy,
Hey
can we
girl.
should probably go home, right? Like I know
Yeah.
this has been
This is the
so
best
much
date I've ever
fun
had.
driving by Pop's chocolate shop like 5 times in the past
It's
like
so
36
fun.
hours has been
Oh my
so
God.
much fun. But like, you're gonna run out of gas eventually. Like,
Yeah, I
I'm
don't know
gonna
how
need
she
to
hasn't
change
already.
your oil. Like, I gotta get some rest. Like, I'm really tired. I need to just like
Yeah.
lay down. I can't sit like this. I'm hungry. I
A
need to like use the
bath.
bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, let's go home for a little bit, maybe, my love, my
Please,
sweet.
my love, I love you.
Yes. Please. So eventually Betsy's like, you're right. That's right. Like you are a human. I guess you probably need to like sleep or whatever. Like,
Yeah. Oh
yeah,
my
sure.
God. Thanks,
So
girl.
thank you. I love you
You
so
too. I love you. Don't
much.
forget.
Yeah, you're the best. You're so beautiful. And
Perfect and not
yeah,
scary.
I love you. And so Betsy makes her way back to Archie's house and they pull into the driveway. I guess she like kind of gives him control of the steering wheel again. She's not
Uh-huh.
good at parking, women. And
Women.
I almost didn't want to make that joke, but I was like, I bet Grace will make it too. And we did.
You knew I
I love
would.
us.
You knew
Yes.
I would.
Which actually, I pride myself on my ability to parallel parks.
Th-
So just
Thank you
saying.
very
But
much.
yes. So yes, Archie starts pulling into the driveway. He's backing it up and he opens up the garage and starts to back into the garage, actually. And as they're backing up, Betsy's like, wasn't this so much more fun than taking that rotten Betty out to a spring dance? Right,
Oh,
Archie?
they missed the whole dance.
Or missing it, at least it's
Oh,
currently going on. And Archie's
oh,
like, yeah, sure
death,
was, Betsy, for
death.
show. Absolutely, it was
Oh
way better than going to the spring
no.
dance with Betty, who
Oh
was
no, I forgot about
awesome.
that.
Yep. And so as Betsy starts to notice that they're backing into the garage, she gets a little curious because usually Archie just leaves Betsy out in the
Driveway.
driveway. So
Okay.
she's like, "Wait, Archie, what are you doing? Why are you putting me in the garage, sweetie?" And Archie's like, "Well, it looks like it's gonna rain, I don't
It's for
want you to
you.
you're
It's
gonna
just
get
sweet.
wet and dirty. I don't
Yeah.
want to, yeah, that way I can leave the hood or leave the top down on you too,
Yeah.
and you won't, yeah." Yeah. And Betsy's like, "Oh, you're so wonderful. Thank you so much, Archie. Like, you're such a good owner, such a good partner, I
Yeah.
guess is what we can call them.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know."
am.
And
Yeah.
she's like, "Just promise me you're not going to go to that dance with Betty, are you?" And he's like, "No, no, no, no. What?
Dancing? Girls?
Betty, ew, gross,
Uh.
yuck.
You're the only one
Music,
for
free
me.
food, ew.
My best
Of
friends?
course.
No,
No, I'm gonna take
thanks.
a nap and then we're gonna come right back out here and I'm gonna do some
We're
repairs on you
gonna keep
tonight.
driving.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's been a dream.
right. And so Betsy's like, okay, good. Yeah, maybe after your nap, just you can give me an oil change, huh? That'll be fun, right? You don't need
Yeah.
anyone else, Archie, just
Oh.
me. And Archie,
Oh.
as he's like closing the garage door, he's like, yep, 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 yep,
Sure do love
yeah.
you. Love
Shuts
you.
that close and then he padlocks it tightly and locks it from the
Okay, that's
outside.
smart.
Yep, yep. And Betsy's like,
Avocado.
well, wait a minute though. She hears this. And
Okay.
Betsy's like, wait a minute, Archie, what are you doing? You never lock you one, you don't have to close it. Like I'm protected from the rain. And two, you never padlock
Uh-oh.
the garage door shut. What are you doing? And Archie, sweet summer child, he's just too damn honest. He's too good of a
No.
boy next door. He just cannot lie to save himself.
What
Because
does he
the
say?
second that he gets that padlock shut, he immediately tells Betsy, I'm taking Betty to the spring dance. I need to spend some time with humans and not a machine. And when I get back, I'm going to figure out how to turn you back into a normal car.
Sir, you fool. You damn fool.
He's a damn fool. Will
God
he ever
damn it,
learn? You
Archie.
know, Archie, listen, I appreciate you being honest. Sometimes it's okay to tell like a
A little
small
fib.
lie,
Is this
or
the
at
hard
least like
lesson?
maybe not even, yeah,
It's
right,
okay
it
to
should
lie.
be. It's okay to lie sometimes, or maybe not even a lie, but just like an untruth or like a value
Or an
neutral
omission.
statement. An omission, exactly, like value neutral and omission. Like
Yeah.
you're not
Just don't
lying, but
say
you're not
anything.
saying everything. Like if she
Yeah.
asks, like, Archie, what are you doing? Just say, like, oh, I'm just going
I'm going to
inside, you
go
know?
inside and freshen up.
Exactly. Or
He
like, I
is.
need to just let me go inside and lay down for a second. Like, or, yeah, maybe don't even
I'm
say
just
lay down.
going
Just again,
inside.
omission of exactly. I'm just going to go inside. And
I
then,
don't
or
want
just like,
anything
don't
to
say
happen to you
anything.
while I'm
Exactly. Just don't
gone.
say anything. No, he tells her the truth. And obviously, Betsy, this demon possessed car, freaks out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And
we
you just have
just
a what?
hear
Flimsy little garage door between you two? In a car?
for like 2 seconds, he does because yeah, Betsy fucking turns herself on. We hear the engine revving
Rev
up, and
up.
then she just busts right out of the
Yeah.
garage,
As she
breaking
would.
through and down the garage door
Oh no.
exactly as
Okay.
she would. So he like has to like jump and tuck and roll out of the way, and he
Yeah,
like
to not
lands in the
die.
lawn. Exactly. But Betsy drives right up to him, almost like she's going to run over him, but she
Oh
stops
God.
just like centimeters away from his face. And these green demonic headlight eyes are just staring him
Oh my
down.
God, into
And
his
Archie
soul.
is like cowering into his soul. He's like
Basically.
cowering in the grass.
Yeah.
And the car just says to him, you tricked me. So you'd rather be with your friends than me? Maybe if I got rid of them, then you wouldn't have the choice to spend time with them instead of me. And she plows through
Oh.
his yard and speeds off right in the direction of Archie's school.
Oh, with the dance where they're all gathered in one single place.
And now it's like a crossover of Carrie, if anyone is familiar with that other book
Yes.
written by Stephen King,
Oh,
where
wow.
everyone is
Okay.
conveniently gathered at the school
In
and is
one
about to
single
be,
room, no less.
yes, 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 yes.
Oh,
So,
okay. And you're not out running a car, and now you don't
nope,
have a car.
exactly.
Archie.
So
Okay.
Archie realizes Betsy is going to literally go to kill all of his friends at the
Yeah.
spring dance and wreak
Hmm.
havoc on his entire school, or at least
Yeah.
his grade, everyone at this dance.
Yep.
So he runs after Betsy, but like you said, you're
What's
never
your
going to
plan,
beat
bro?
a car if you're
Yep.
on foot. Yep. So by the time he gets to the school, it is riggedy wrecked. It is a disaster zone up in there,
No.
Grace. The doors, the doors to the gymnasium are just bashed through with the hole about the size of Betsy going through
More or less, yeah.
them. Inside of the gymnasium, all of the tables are overturned. The speakers are all knocked over. Decorations and everything are everywhere. It's just an
Mayhem.
absolute, yeah, absolute mayhem in there.
Oh,
It's
God.
demolished. It looks like a tornado on wheels just tore
Oh,
through this
God.
entire place. And so Archie runs inside to search for his friends, but no one is in there except the last two people who were there cleaning up. So they say after the dance ended, his classmates Chuck and Nancy,
Oh,
they appear throughout the series, but apparently these are like the only speaking lines they have in the entire series, which is whatever.
Funny.
But okay, they're in the comics too.
Yeah.
But in this case, yeah, they tell Archie that like, yeah, they were just getting things locked up in the storage room after the dance ended.
Sure you were, Chuck and Nancy. Sure you were. The storage room. Uh-huh. Bet you were.
Sure,
Everything was
you
cleaned
were.
up in there. Huh?
Yep. But anyways, from the storage room and all of their locking and cleaning things up from the dance, they said that they heard chaos going on in the gymnasium. And so they went out there and they just saw a red convertible storming into the building and driving all throughout the gym. But it seemed like the car was specifically chasing after Archie's best friends, Jughead, Betty,
Okay.
Veronica,
Oh, so
and
people were
Reggie
still
as
in
well.
there?
Yo, yeah. So the dance was like just ending right when Betsy got
Betsy
there. So
arrived. Okay.
for the most part, people were like, it shows it all, but I'm like, I'll skip over it because I'm Chuck and
Yeah.
Nancy describe it too. So no point in me rehashing it twice.
Yeah.
But like, we see everyone like outside of the gymnasium when the car gets there and they're all just like, getting ready to leave, waiting for their rides or
Yeah.
whatever, just like talking. It's like the after, where's the after party, guys? And
Yeah.
the core group is like, man, we can't believe Archie still didn't come. And then the
Yeah.
car just like speeds right into them. And then everyone, like people scatter, but a lot of people run into the gym because they're like, a car's not going to drive into the building, right?
Say no car.
This is a demon, though. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
it's a demon, not
It's
car
not a
anymore.
car. Yeah. So, yes, this
Okay.
car will drive into the building. And so, yeah, some students were like running around inside of the building and like trying to avoid the car, but others were like
Uh-huh.
scattered outside. The car chased the core gang into the building, into the gymnasium, but they ran back outside, according to Nancy, to get
Escape.
away from it. But they say that they saw the red
Convertible.
convertible. Thank you. I was like, why did I just forget the word? Just blank. Literally just left my. You just
saw it.
saw
I saw
me.
it leave you.
Boom! It's gone. So yes, Nancy says that it chased right back after them. So she points out of the doors, and Archie just runs out of there and chases after them. And he hears the engine of Betsy like revving from the parking lot behind the school. So he runs back there to search for his friends. And it's funny too, because he's like, God, I hope I can save them in time. And it's like, yeah, they're alive, but like barely, by the way, as we see, because he sees them in the parking lot, like clawing for life to climb up the top of a statue that's just like in the middle of their parking lot.
Oh no.
He's like, yeah, they're alive for now, but like you're running out of time.
And that car again is going to take a statue down. Easy.
No, put a pin in that, maybe.
Okay. Okay.
But yes, they are literally like driving their nails into the statue. Like you can see their claw marks as they're like sliding down the statue, trying to like hold on to it to not be back down on the ground where Betsy can get them. Yeah. And Betsy is just like menacingly circling the statue, revving her engine and like shouting threats to the gang, saying like, you can't stay up there forever. Once I get rid of you four, I'll have Archie all to myself. Which, yeah, I mean, those are direct threats.
Yeah, pretty clear of the intention.
And so the gang's trying to hold on for dear life to this statue. But eventually, Jughead fully loses his grip and he falls down. And Betsy turns back towards him, revs her engines, and says, try to eat snacks in my back seat, will you? And then she floors it and speeds right towards Jughead, ready to run him over.
Great for a kid's show.
Great. Love to see it. Love to see it. But just in the nick of time, Archie hops into the driver's seat and he jerks the wheel to the side and it sends the car veering out of Jughead's path. And then the car is just like circling around the parking lot, like driving all erratically. It's like the car is fighting against Archie for control of who's driving it. And Betsy at this point desperately pleads with Archie, like, how dare you? How could you choose them over me? You've betrayed me for mere flesh and blood. Like, direct quote.
Damn. Moat versus oil and metal.
Oil and metal. Yeah, flesh and blood, definitely. Yeah.
Easily,
Is that really hard for you to believe?
Yeah, without a second thought, actually.
So Archie says, like, basically like us, like, yeah, they're my friends, they're people, and you're just a thing. Which, I mean, again, Archie, man, you got to choose your words wisely. Don't just go out calling women things.
Just how about you wrap up the snare without saying anything else,
Exactly.
Archie?
It's like you always say, I forget what stylist said this as well, but like always take one thing off before you leave the
I
house.
think
It's like
Coco
always,
Chanel, like take off one accessory
yeah,
before you
take
leave
off
the
one
home or
thing. It's like the
something.
same thing when you're like arguing with
Saying
someone, like
something.
don't say that one extra thing.
Yeah,
Like
say
maybe
one
just like
less thing.
if you've already said like
Let it back.
two things, maybe stop there. Don't keep going because
Don't
it's
give a
going to
third, a
get
fourth,
worse.
fifth,
You're
and a
going to say
sixth.
too much.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you're
So in this case,
doing
it's
too
like
much.
you should have stopped at just saying like they're my friends, they're people. But
Yeah.
nope, he called her a thing, and so now Betsy is even more upset. And so the car and Archie continue to fight for control over the steering wheel as they're just doing like full figure eights and donuts all at
God.
like full speed flying through this parking lot like on some freaking Fast and Furious Tokyo drift shit, man. Like they're
Yes.
flying through this and Archie is like fighting for his life to sit up straight and like actually
Not
take
fly
control of the
out. Yeah.
steering wheel. Yeah, he's like flying from side to side
Oh
of the
God. Yeah.
car. And in all of the chaos in this, Archie looks up and remembers the fuzzy dice swinging in his face from the rear view mirror.
Okay.
And he realizes that all of this strange behavior with Betsy began right when he put those dice on the mirror.
Okay.
Those dice from the magic store.
That you had many
The
warnings about.
magic store, yeah, with the creepy telepathic owner.
Yeah.
The creepy telepathic owner who tried to beg and plead with Archie not to take those dice. Yeah, that's the source of all this demonic activity and like possession.
At least the first stop.
A consideration, maybe.
Yeah.
At least should be a penny for your thoughts, maybe.
Put them on the list
about.
at least.
Exactly.
Stuff
Top
things to look into.
Minimum. Exactly.
Swing by.
So Archie, who is like fully like laid out over the driver's seat at this point, like fighting inertia, like like zero G, trying to just like sit up as they're doing all these figure eights. He he reaches out with all of his strength to grab the dice from the mirror and just like yank them down. And he's like trying to pull himself up, like grabbing onto whatever he can to sit up and reach for those dice. And as soon as he grabs them and yanks them off the car, it immediately loses that mysterious green glow. The green demonic looking headlights change back to just regular looking headlights to normal. And the car seems to no longer be possessed. Like it's not revving its engine anymore. It's, still speeding. It's still like, and it takes a second for it to slow down. But it's not steering erratically anymore. He can control the wheel. He can hold on to it himself. And so Archie, he takes a deep breath, like, oh my God, finally. And he sits up to steer the wheel of the car. But before, like literally in the millisecond that like between him sitting up and like taking control of the steering wheel, he looks up to then, drive the car.
Yeah.
And he immediately crashes head first at still very high speed directly into that statue.
Oh no, I forgot the statue. Full of his friends.
They jump off right as they see the car like headed their way.
Thank God. Okay.
They literally like tuck and all roll out of the way. Jughead was already off of it, so he just like crawls away. But like Betty, Veronica, and Reggie all literally like jump off, tuck and roll as Archie just boom, head first. It's violent. I saw it.
And that seatbelt's probably not on.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't because he just got up. It was like.
Does it even have airbags?
I don't think so.
Probably not. It's
I actually don't. I mean, we don't see them deploy, and they should have. If this car had airbags, this is the exact kind of crash that would
that they were made for.
I can tell you.
He's like literally the crash test dummy in this level of crash.
Worse actually, Grace, because the crash test dummy at least usually stays in the car. Because they have a seatbelt on at least. Remember, like you just said, he does not have a seatbelt on. So we literally see him fly, I would guess probably a solid 10 feet high and 20 feet away from the car. Like, airborne.
Crash down.
Fully airborne. Crash down. And the screen goes black. The end. No,
just like Archie's life does.
Exactly. So the screen does go black, but it is not the end of the episode. We eventually see Archie, like the foggy, like eyes opening
Yeah,
back
slowly
up and
waking
like the
back up.
fog clearing. Yeah. And the whole gang is just huddled around him. And everyone just looks really worried. And as he's opening his eyes, Betty is like, "Oh God, guys, he's not moving. He's not moving."
Oh my
And each of
God.
them are just saying, "Yeah, it's bad." Each of them are saying, like, "Buddy, you okay? Can you get up? Archie, can you hear us?" Like waving in
Oh
front of him as like the
God.
fogginess just kind of gets more clear.
Yeah.
And then Archie, thankfully, just slowly puts a bit of a grin on his face because he sees that he's surrounded by real life humans who seem to
Yeah.
actually care about him and his
Yeah.
safety and his well being. And he slowly sits up and tells them, like, yes, I'm good, I'm fine. He probably is at least a little concussed because he did
Yeah.
lose
Maybe
consciousness
he
there for a
shouldn't be
second.
moving, but okay.
You
It's
probably
none of
shouldn't be
that.
sitting up, just like, hey, no, just
Yeah.
easy,
Someone's gonna check out
rest,
your spine
rest.
first. Yeah, lay
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
Call the
Paramedics are on their way.
EMTs.
You at least have a broken like hand, wrist, and
Yeah,
ankles
stay
from the way
still.
that you landed. Like, oof, it's
Yeah.
ugly. You'll see when you
Teenagers don't
watch.
know.
Like, they're flexible. They're bendy
Yeah, they're
still.
bendy
They're,
still.
it'll be all
I don't
right.
know.
So he does sit up though, and they all like kind of like pick him up like one by one, like each, grabbing a shoulder and like holding his back and
Yeah.
everything. Like, okay, calmly, softly, gently, like get him up, get him up. And they walk him over to his car, like, okay, don't panic, dude. Like, just don't freak out when you see this. It's
Fine.
okay. You're okay. We're just glad
That's all that
everyone's
matters.
fine. But we see the car, Grace, and it is totaled. It
Oh,
is
like
the
accordion
front hood.
squish.
Literally, that is you're reading my script right now without me even sharing the screen.
I was like,
Yes.
screen sharing.
It's
Okay.
hood is
It's
like an
fucked.
accordion. There's
Okay.
one tire missing and the other tire is totally smashed in from like the front.
Uh-huh.
Smoke is just coming everywhere out of the front hood. And we hear this like sizzling sound coming from underneath the hood and from the engine. Like Betsy is busted. She's done. She's
Yeah.
done.
Yep.
But Archie looks at her and says, like, well, at least she's back to normal. You know, like,
Yeah. Hunka drunk she was before.
hey, all right, good. She's not possessed anymore, so that's good.
Yes, but chill.
And the gang is just like, well, I guess we won't be seeing you for a while, though, huh? Like, one, because you probably need to go to the hospital for at
Medical
least a few
care.
days to get checked out, but also, like, it's going to take you
You'll be
weeks
working
to
on
fix up
this.
Betsy. Yeah, you're going to
Yeah.
just be, it's just like the old days again, where you're just focused
Just
on your car again
gone.
for, yep, right, Archie. But Archie's like, no, guys, I'm just going to send her to an auto shop this time. That way I can spend more time with you guys, which
Oh.
also. He
Well,
says that like it's just like an easy thing. Like,
I
yeah,
said,
no,
with
I
what
just sent it to an
money?
auto shop. Also,
Do you have
good point.
insurance?
Very good point. Yeah. I mean, I know inflation in, the year 2026 is crazy, but even in 1999, it costed a lot of money
You
to
got $21 and
fix
43
that.
cents in your pocket just the
Exactly.
other day, sir.
Yeah. So good luck with that. But hey, that's what he says. He's like, yeah,
Okay,
I'll
it's the
send it to an
message that
auto
counts
shop.
here.
Whatever. Exactly. Because he says that he wants to be able to spend more time with his friends, with actual humans.
Hmm.
And so then they just all leave, like, they're all like kind of carrying Archie, shoulder to
Yeah.
shoulder, holding on to him. And they all walk out of there together, all lovingly and happy, kind of like, yeah, we got Archie back. Good.
Yeah.
Yay. He's back, guys. But the car is still just there, like sizzling, like crashed into the
Yeah,
statue,
it's still a
which the statue
huge
has not
mess.
moved. So it was funny earlier. I wanted to say it then, but you were like, oh, that car could definitely take out a statue. I was like,
That's how she's
put
not
a
gonna
pin
fall
in
down.
that. That statue didn't even have a dent in it, but Betsy is ruined. So then as they walk off, we see Dr. Beaumont like kind of like creepily looking around and he just like walks into the parking lot behind them.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. The fuzzy dice were like laid out on the ground. And so he just
Uh-huh.
picks them up, pops them under his cloak, and is like, good. Can't leave these just lying around where anyone can pick them up.
Yeah.
Not everyone needs to learn this lesson. And then he just leaves and walks off into the darkness. And
Wow.
then in the very last scene, Archie sends us off with the end of his, like him writing his
Yeah,
weird
yeah, yeah.
mysteries column from his house. And he just says, I'd like to close with one final thought. A pair of dice possessing a car and turning it into an intelligent and jealous monster is hard to believe. But even harder to believe is that I allowed myself to forget that people are more important than things. How that could happen is probably one of the weirdest mysteries that ever happened in a little town called Riverdale.
Cute.
And that's the end. That is the end.
Yeah. Great job. I was worried that there was going to be no like follow up on the dice. You're like, they were walking out of the parking lot and the car was wrecked. And I was like,
there.
And what's going on with the dice? Okay, so
they're there for some other unfortunate teenager to take and then be cursed with. Yep, or
they're going to learn a hard lesson.
Yep. And I guess my headcanon that I was going to bring up earlier is just that like, so yeah, I don't think that Dr. Beaumont was actually trying to sell these things. I think that in all of his weird oddity and adventures, he comes across, think about, because I know you've listened to podcasts about it at least, the Conjuring series, right?
Yes.
With
all the cursed objects and stuff.
Exactly.
And Annabelle or whoever, we keep these protected.
The nun. Exactly. So I think that's what he has. Like all these people give him cursed objects, or in all of his adventures and everything, he comes across these cursed objects. So he just keeps them there to keep them safe. And my guess is that these dice were just like holding the spirit of some extremely scorned woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe a demon, but like it had to be there had to be some sort of like heartache that led to her death or something, like not just any demon. It had to, because like why
so
is Betsy so possessed and so in love? Exactly. So that's my guess. It's some crazy wizard trapped a woman's soul in some dice or in some other object, and then maybe that's just what Dr. Beaumont had available to like transfer it into during some exorcism or something. Exactly. Or some
and then he's like,
spiritual thing. Exactly.
Where I can see them.
There's no price tag on them. Exactly. They're so tacky. Nobody's going to want to buy them. And in fact, if I put them in the window, nobody's even going to want to come in here and bother me, because it just makes this place look tacky. You want those dice? No, you cannot have them. Oh, you won't leave? Okay, fine, but please don't buy them. Okay, you're not listening to. Oh, and he's gone. He bought them.
I like the idea too that in this curiosity shop that there's like some type of, if you're a curiosity emporium owner, that if someone wants to buy something and they say, I want to buy this, that you like, because of some other magic or curse, you have to say yes. Like you can try and talk them out of it, but you can't like fully say no if someone expresses they want to buy something. Exactly. It's like you have to give it to them. You can try and convince them, but you have to. They pay you, it's theirs. Because I'm like, he could have just refused service, but I like that he was locked in for some other reason.
I do like that too, because it kind of goes with the thing of like, it's almost like a fate sort of thing. Like, no, if you really want it, fine, then you're going to get it. And this is part of your life story now.
I can give you your warning,
face this lesson.
You said you wanted it, so now you're going to have it.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. And apparently Dr. Belmont's in a few episodes. I think this is the first one he's in, but he's in several. And he, according to the Wikipedia page, he's like either the source of a lot of the weird mysteries, or he is like the wise sage wizard that Archie and his friends go to. Yeah. Exactly. Like, oh my God, Dr. Beaumont, what is this thing and what do we do? It's like either him or Dilton in every episode who is like causing or resolving the issue.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm into it.
We're going to keep, if he comes up in any more of our episodes, we're keeping that headcanon about about his emporium.
I love it. Nice. Great job.
That's the end. Thank you.
Good work.
So, starting off on a strong foot with this very, very weird show. I feel like it's only going to get weirder, but also sillier, which is good. We need that in our lives right now. We love it. Exactly. But until Grace tells us the next silly, weird episode next week, who should they tell about this podcast?
I think you should tell someone who owns a curiosity shop.
Ooh, that's good. Don't buy any wishing willows in there.
Not buy wishing willow. And dolls. If they tell you not to buy something, don't buy it.
Don't buy it. Yeah.
Listen.
Or if they get ominously just like quiet and kind of like 1,000-yard starey looking at you when you just put it back down and just get something else and
wash your hands.
Get some crystals. wash your hands. Maybe get some sage. How about that? Get some sage and some garlic and maybe a wooden stake. Just cover your bases just in case. Yeah,
just in case. Little salt. Just the usuals. And who should they tell after that?
Agreed. After that, you should tell a DJ at a high school or someone who DJs high school dances.
Nice. Yes.
Tell them to be on the lookout for cars busting through the gymnasium doors.
Really be on the lookout.
Attacking the town teenagers, Yeah, it's going to be rough. But also make sure that you put like some sort of clause in your contract with the school before you prevent to say like force majeure if some demonically possessed
an act of God or demons
exactly I still get paid.
Paid.
So no take this legal advice from us.
Yes.
And until next time.
Bye.
Goodbye. Thanks for tuning in to Saturday Morning Mysteries.
If you enjoyed this episode, please share, rate, review, leave us a like, and drop a comment. We post episodes every Saturday and bonus tune tangents whenever we feel like it. So please subscribe so you don't miss the shenanigans.
And if you want to follow us on YouTube, click the bell under the YouTube subscribe button to receive notifications when new videos are posted.
And if you want to subscribe to the podcast, we have no idea what you're listening to us on, so just hit the big subscribe button on whatever app you're using. We believe in you.
Give us a follow on Twitter and Instagram at SatmornMist, all the abreves, and let us know if you have any episode or show requests by emailing SaturdayMorningMysteries@gmail.com.
Thanks to Jenna Kendall for the logo design and to Ava Sakiki for the music used during this week's episode.
See y'all groovy kids next week on Saturday Morning Mysteries.